Alright, so now we're going to go over the Inferno demo, and Dylan, we're going to be looking at you first up, and we'll see how it goes first try. And skip to round 3. Alrighty. Oh shit. Let's see. Okay. Not too bad this round. This round actually went pretty well. So it's fine that you got slow banana control this round. But the problem is, so right now, Matthew and I, we died in apps, right? To 2 people pushing. So this is this guy, and they pushed out here. So now they essentially have alt middle control for free, right? And now you're backed into this area right here. So this is all the map control you have right now. So although it's disadvantageous right now, you really do need to be trying to get banana control and then pushing up onto site really quick. These guys aren't in exactly a place where they can rotate right now. The only rotation right now would be the big flank. Lytton could go around here, but it's not the best rotation. So yeah, the slow banana works, but since they got 2 picks and apps, you guys really need to be taking banana control and taking the aggressive stance, whereas you kind of wait around for the smoke. You could pop flash to the smoke. We have 2 smokes over here, but not much that you can do really. So that's good that you get this kill right here. And then old Mac is going to re-smoke this, and so you know where he is, right? And so you could have started spraying through that smoke just in case he leaves, which he does. Obviously hindsight 2020, but when you know where he is because of the way he threw the smoke, because that was obviously an underhanded smoke coming from the right side, you could just spray through it if you wanted to. It wouldn't be that bad. And so again, you guys are taking it really slow, and you guys don't have any map control. They did push back onto a site for some reason, so I don't quite understand that. But obviously we didn't know that. I'm pretty sure Thomas is still afraid of alt mid. And so you guys kind of just hang out T stairs for a good while, and we can see that there's a rotation coming from the CTs towards A. So I'm not sure why they got that read, but they roll CT, they boost up, but then you guys make a lot of noise in banana, and so they're pretty sure. So 1 more rotates over, 2 more starts rotate, or the second one starts to rotate over. So the biggest thing here is, if you're going to make all this noise and you only have 3 people alive, it's and 20 seconds on the clock, you guys need to be hitting the site quickly, not slowly. So this would be a point where you would just walk up banana, like no nades, no nothing. Keep the CTs guessing, keep them in CT, keep 2 on site at most. So you guys could just walk up. If you take a fight, you take a fight, but obviously in this case you wouldn't have. Maybe you would in other cases, but then that's one of the B players dead, and you guys can just run up on the site. So in the future, if it's like this and the time's running out, you guys need to be making no noise, getting up to site, and then flashing yourselves into site, throwing a quick CT smoke from Harry. Harry could throw that CT smoke by just running and throwing it at CT instead of lining it up like you did. because it's too telegraphed this way. So you throw flash over. That's a good flash. Thomas gets the kill, and we see stood in the molly for too long, and then Harry died to an 8. So, but all in all, you kind of did your job right at the start of the round. It was just unfortunate that we died in apps. So the push is too slow and rotates all 4 players. Okay, next round. So this one looks like we're on pistols and we're pushing up. I really like how you're playing this position. This is a really strong position that you're playing. And so, I mean, I'm pretty confident I didn't tell you to play that position. So I am glad that you're taking initiative and you know where to play. Because it's a really good spot. Now it's not sure how the other people got picked, but they did. So they smoke deep. You can presumably hear him jumping around. It was a good attempt. You did die with bomb though, which is unfortunate. I can see why you made the play. But you probably should have held for Matthew and I to rotate back. Because now this forced 3 of them to rotate in. One's still going to be playing pit for some reason, but he's going to rotate towards site. So that one, you're playing banana well, and that's about it. Okay, next round. So this one, you're opting for the same thing, just holding it. So this one, I'm not sure why Harry is playing middle. Harry should probably push up logs by now. It's fine to play 1 logs, 1 where you're standing, the corner. That's pretty standard for Banana. And a lot of teams, they'll hold a smoke in their hand, like the pin is already like pulled. And so this, as soon as if they get molly, they can just drop it, take 0 damage or like 2 damage or something. Because the Molotovs, when they first land, they do a little less damage, or a lot less damage. So you guys should be playing together. You guys start playing together. The molly sandbags, flash over. And now you guys have telegraphed your push. Get the entry, it's a good entry. And then it's right there. From your position where you just were at grill. I guess I can't free roam when it's paused. So I'll just slow it down. That's kind of annoying. But anyways, from grill you can see second oranges. So you can check that from the corner of grill. So just make sure you're doing that. Then Harry wouldn't have been killed while planting. Harry definitely shouldn't have been planting before you cleared back site or church, because he was planting in front of both of those. So perhaps a miscommunication. But just make sure you're checking second oranges from grill, because it's of the way angles work. You obviously, you know how angles work. I know that. But you can see grill and he can't see grill, so that's a free kill. You can just see their shoulder though, so be careful if they swing it and you start shooting. Okay. So yeah, you kind of had to plant, so I don't fault you for that. Could have planted behind the fountain, I guess. Would have been better, but probably would have just barely had time to do that. Behind the fountain, you can't be shot from CT, but it's a pretty easy angle from Banana, so I understand planting there. You can also plant closer behind the blue bins at first oranges, and then planting there, you can't be seen from CT or banana. Next round. So we're buying up this round. I believe this ends in a B hit. So that molly did miss. The molly needs to go like into the barrels on the right side or the left side, because when it goes there, the op can't peek in front of the car and behind the car. He's peeked in front of the car right now, so if Harry were to peek right now, he would be dead. He doesn't peek, so it doesn't really matter. I think he ended up peeking. Yeah, he ended up peeking behind the car for some reason. So he did actually take a pretty big damage from that. So I mean, it worked. It's a decent enough flash. It's already smoked though, so maybe a miscommunication. Flash is just giving away your position. You flash Harry in, or try to. Bomb down, so you have to go get that. That makes sense. Okay. Get the kill there. This is all pretty good stuff. Makes sense. You don't fight the guy Cubby until he comes to you. You don't have any bullets in your AK, just by the way. I don't know if you noticed that in game, but you just ran out. And so you did have 13 seconds, so you could have cleared the corner. Obviously, like, it's a 1v4 high pressure situation, so it's easy to forget, but just try to remember before planting, make sure you clear like all the stupid corners on site, and that's where you get killed from. I'm not sure if you would have had time to reload your AK and kill the guy and plant, so you probably would have just had to charge him with the Glock, but at least you'd have a slightly larger chance. Okay. Next round. Looks like we should be buying here. Yeah. Oh, it's a pause. Okay. We'll just skip up to the next step. So Matthew goes down after getting a kill. CT smoke. And so now that you've thrown the CT smoke, and we got to pick on A, we should probably be pushing up right now. So we flash over like that. I don't know why Harry threw the deep CT smoke. That's strange. Would have been better to smoke coffins, one more or one less angle to clear, especially in retrospect. Obviously there's a guy playing there, so would have been extra nice. And okay. So there's a good trade coming up, I think. Maybe I have the round written down wrong. Oh yeah, okay. This is, yeah. So you probably should have been holding banana, and somebody else should have been holding the CT push, because we had two players backside, me and Harry. So it's probably another miscommunication. That's about it for that. There's next round. Oh yeah, okay. So Harry's gonna push up, so it's 3v4 right now. Harry peeks out on your flash. Flash didn't exactly work, but it was a good trade, so that's good. So now it's a 1v3. The bomb is down, however. And so I can see why you peeked that. But since it's a 1v3 and you know where the guy is, you probably could have waited. There's a minute 30 left on the clock, so you could have just waited for Matthew and I. But I can definitely see why you went for it. Makes sense. Next round, you get some nice entries. I won't look at that round. but good job. Next round is round 13. So for this one, every round we've taken slow banana control, or you guys have taken slow banana control, and so I just wanted to touch on the fact that you're being really predictable in this case. You're not changing it up with some fast control. I think we ended up doing that one round and we get destroyed, but as we can see, the CTs are kind of just giving up banana control. They're not using nades at the start, and so if they're not using nades at the start of the round on banana, there's no reason not to go for it quickly. Yeah, so you should be aggressing, especially when I go down, but you do eventually. You shouldn't be alone. That's at the first start. I don't know what was with that. Smoke CT. Or I guess you smoked coffins, sort of. That was just unfortunate that you died from boost. Next round, or we're going to go to round 16 now. So this round, it's nothing that you did wrong. It's just something I'd like to suggest for the future. So I'm peeking down mid, right? I've been peeking for a few seconds now. I think that in the future we could be double peeking down mid, because if there's two people shooting at like one guy, two guys, whatever, it's much more likely we're gonna get the kill. So I think on pistol rounds our default should be to peek down mid, try to get info on if they're just rushing banana, because we can see a lot of times you can see some running up the stairs if they're running closer to the wall. So I would like to try that. You do a good job at falling back. So they smoke that, flash through. I think maybe you could have held the angle in front of you for a little bit, but Neptune did come out pretty fast. But yeah, it was good. Good shots. Good job. And we win the round because of it, really. If you go down there, we pretty much lose the round, so yeah, congrats. Next round is 18. So it's just pretty minor. So I'm peeking an op down mid, and you throw that smoke really early. I didn't call it that they were rushing, and so it doesn't really make sense to throw that smoke. Because they can't be up at 43. I believe the earliest they can be up is 40, if I remember right. But I would hold on to that smoke, because mid-round that smoke's going to be really useful for stopping a mid-play. So on Inferno, we really want to be holding on to our nades for as long as possible, but still delaying things with them. Obviously, if we're getting rushed down, we need to be using the grenades, but since there was no presence, no pressure, there was no need to throw that smoke there. It happens again on round 20, and that's about it for this round. I throw a molly, and I don't know how that kills him. Like, he just stood there in the molly. So it was a good rotation. I don't know if that was called or not, but and well played. Well played, being disciplined, and not just like going for the kill. And round 19, last round that we're going to be looking at. So holding that angle, not bad. So yeah, good idea to molly boiler, since somebody went down in apps. Good idea, bad execution. You need to be aiming the smoke higher or throwing the molly deeper into boiler so that it doesn't extinguish itself. But I've seen you do it before and you've hit it, so I assume that was just a fluke. Maybe 128 tick or something. So that's about it. All in all, really well played for the most part. Just a few minor things here and there. Changing up your play style would be great. It would really help keep the enemy on their toes, because I know obviously you can't get the kills. You just need to put yourself in situations where they're not able to just guess what you're able to do. Biggest part about like really fragging out is being unpredictable. So that's about it. Thanks.